This is not just a chit-chat video. There's a competition to be coming.
There is something in this.
Stay tuned. At the end of this video, there is a chance for you to win something pretty cool.
Thanks to these guys. Oh, did we tell them yet, actually?
Oh, okay.
Who's
let's
paying
try
for this
that again.
prize?
Someone's paying for it. I thought you were.
They're paying for it.
Are we?
They're going to give you something really cool. Watch to the end.
Cut.
G'day guys. Today we're catching up with our good friends Chris and Miriam from ADU, and we're doing a bit of a recap on, I guess we met 2 years ago, pretty much, on the What's Up Down Under trip of a lifetime, which was pretty epic. Then we caught up again 12 months ago at my dad's property, and we shot a bit of content together then.
We did.
You guys have had a wild 12 months. We sort of catch up with you semi-regularly, so we sort of know it all, but I thought today, let's do a recap on the last 12 months for you guys. Where you've been, what you've done, who you've met, what you've broken.
Have we got enough memory card space, mate? Because this could be a long video.
This is going to be a long one. So I guess, I know, since you left the farm last time when we shot all that content together, where you been? What's new?
Okay.
What's been
We'll
happening?
kick this off by saying we did Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, Victoria, Western Australia, the NT and Tasmania.
We missed ACT.
We did.
We've got to go back. Let's go back.
All right, we're calling it now.
We call it.
This state. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just when we were building the new black truck too, the new black Silverado.
Yep.
So
I guess that's the first thing that's happened is
number one.
new truck build. Over to you.
no, there is a new truck build happening right now. So we are.
In case you missed that.
Yeah, we are ambassadors for GM SV in Australia.
And for the normal people.
Yes.
And not that you got.
What's normal?
I need to clarify there. So, for people that aren't living this lifestyle, and that's your business, that's your bread and butter, that's what you do.
Yes.
Correct.
That's got to be the dream, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is, but it comes with a lot of hard work, I think.
Yeah. That's the side we don't see.
That's the side that people don't see. Yes, a company just doesn't give you a product and go, there you go.
Yeah.
Go have some fun with it. It's all yours. So
And it would be a dream if they just gave you trucks, but they don't give you trucks.
Yes, let's just
Jody?
clarify. We don't get free trucks and free vans, okay?
No.
Let's just clarify that.
And look, ideally, building a truck every 12 months is not a great idea. So we're on 14 months now since the last truck.
Yeah.
So,
and that was they mainly were mainly doing the new truck build because of the new updated specifications going from 23 to 24. There's been some massive updates.
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest updates for GMSV in the 2500 HD trucks in a very long time.
Very long time.
And as we are the ambassadors, it's not ideal for us to be seen in the older model, especially when we shoot a lot of content in the interior, which has had a significant upgrade.
Yep.
The whole truck has been upgraded, and it's pretty impressive. If you haven't seen our videos, we released 3 on the new truck, so you can go back and watch those. But yeah, it wasn't just, let's just jump into a new truck because we've had this one for 12 months. There was actually a reason behind it all.
Yeah, I know Bruce has got truck envy.
Yeah.
He's got full truck envy. And so
we've got to get Bruce into the new one, I think. Sorry, Jenny. Bruce needs one.
Yeah.
Look, it's not a matter of just going, quick, let's just build a new truck quickly. No. It is a mammoth task. And
so last time when we caught up with you, I remember the black truck, you had rims and tyres, and it had a lift in it. And I only remember that because Letitia had a broken foot.
And I couldn't get in it.
I had to boost her up into it because of her broken foot. And it was, for me, that was a good laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was half built.
Yeah, that was half built.
When we last caught up. And now, funnily enough, our slate grey Silverado is currently half built.
Yeah, it's probably got rims and tyres and a lift.
No, it hasn't got rims and tyres. That's awkward. That's not great at the moment. Look, it's just a mammoth task, an absolutely huge task. And it's 6 months of homework in the background before we even think about delivering the truck and starting to build it. So the team behind it, man, we take a hat off. They are just sensational. It's a huge team effort. And it's not just us building the truck.
I think I need to point out as well that Chris and I nearly divorced every truck build. So if that gives you an indication of how stressful this process is, literally it is. If you can imagine a stressful situation, triple it, and that's what it's like.
Yeah. It is building a house.
So who picked the carpet?
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with truck builds. The caravan is all me and the truck is all Chris. I mean, we do have a little bit of input generally, but with the truck it's like, no, you want to put a boat on it, go ahead.
I think another huge one too is our new titanium caravan.
Yes.
So
Beautiful.
So we caught up, it was the truck build?
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
So you finished the truck build?
Yes.
Then went to Melbourne?
No, we finished the truck build and we went straight down kind of diagonally across through outback New South Wales and down across to South Australia.
No, we hightailed it straight to the Nullarbor.
Did we?
Yep.
No, we went to South Australia. We left our caravan on the York Peninsula, and then we drove back to Melbourne for
That's
the
right,
for the 4x4 show
Yep.
in just the
That's
truck.
right.
Caravan
Then-
show, was it?
Yeah.
The Melbourne Caravan Show,
Caravan show.
yes, sorry. And then we drove back to South Australia, hooked up our van, hightailed it across the Nullarbor all the way up to Perth because we had to get to Perth in time to fly back to Brisbane for the Brisbane 4x4 show and to release the new ZR2 from GMSV.
How could I
Then we
forget?
flew back to Perth and then we explored all the way up Western Australia.
Hang on, didn't we do the Sydney show as well?
Sorry, we flew back from, Brisbane to Perth. We did the Perth Caravan Show with Caravan Culture, who is the dealer for titanium caravans in Western Australia.
That was an epic show, wasn't it?
That was...
Great show.
Yeah.
Like epic, because that's one of the first time you guys have been over there to do a
First
show.
time we've ever been to WA, and yeah, we did the show.
And
It
the
was-
uptake on the titaniums over there was
Incredible.
Incredible. And it was good for a lot of their followers to finally meet us as well. You know,
Yeah.
WA is a
for
long
them.
way
I
away.
mean, seriously.
Yeah, sorry guys.
And we had our truck on display too, so they were able to see the titanium caravans and a fully built up Chevy Tourer.
Yep.
First time we were able to do that in WA.
That's really cool, isn't it?
So that was amazing, yeah. And then we headed all the way up, and yeah, we spent what, 6 months?
7 months, I think,
The-
touring up.
Like some of the content that you guys put up for that was just like, it was insane.
It's incredible.
I think we did
Just-
40 or 50 episodes on Western Australia alone.
Yeah.
And
It's definitely on
just
our bucket
magical. So WA, I think, is one of our favourite places. We do have a lot of favourite places around Australia, but I think the conclusion was that the Pilbara and the Kimberley, especially the Gibb River Road, for me, Karajini and the Gibb River Road are two of my favourite places in all of
Yeah,
Australia.
the Kimberley area is stunning, but you can't forget
Yeah.
the Ningaloo coastline as
Oh,
well.
the
I
Ningaloo
mean,
was great.
Yeah, the Shark Bay area, it's beautiful. You know, we did 7 months, which some people would think that's a long time. Wow, but it was go. It was
How much
go
do
go
you,
go
you
go
think
go.
you missed over
Heaps.
in WA?
We missed the entire bottom half.
Yeah, we missed south of Perth.
Everything south
Yeah.
of Perth, and there were a lot of things that we didn't do at the top because we were going to go back when we had our boat. But again, jumping ahead, that's changed now. We were supposed to be there again this year, but
But we do have a boat now too. So
we have a boat
got to
now.
put that
Yeah.
into the mix.
But
we're not going back to WA like
who,
we thought.
Who was part of the boat decision? There was obviously a vote.
There's always a vote. Yes. So
Yeah.
I asked Miriam what she would like,
Yep.
And then
and then
ignores
I pretty
the
much go
response.
like this and buy my boat. So the decision was made.
Ta-da!
I think we should point out too that the boat has always been on the cards,
Yes.
and we tried very hard to get it on the last truck build, but we had a rooftop, and to get the rooftop and the boat, it was possible, but we would have been way overweight.
It was actually funny because it's Mako Craft, so I messaged Timmy from Mako Craft because it's the boat that I would like to get.
Yep.
You know, I've looked at boats for years and years, and he messaged back going, "Finally, you're buying a boat! Yes,
I've been
let's build
waiting
a
for
boat."
you.
So thanks, Timmy. You're a legend.
It's an epic boat. We haven't had a chance to use it yet because we got it right before we went down to Tasmania, and we did use it on the Logan River for a couple of hours to run the
Busy
the
river, that
engine.
Logan
Oh my
River,
goodness!
isn't
And
it?
it was bucketing down with rain. It was hilarious.
No, we were sitting under the Pacific Highway at Beenleigh, getting out of the rain in muddy water. That was the only way we could
Yeah.
run it in quickly.
I guess this leads me into a question. It's been a whirlwind, big, massive, just over 12 months for you guys.
Yeah.
So what has been your favourite, your best moment, your place that actually stands out the most for you in the last 12 months?
Want me to go first?
You go for it.
Okay, well, moments and places are different things. So, moment would be my mum turned 70, and I got to spend that time with her recently down in Tasmania, which for me, that was a standout moment because it was special to be able to be there with my mum. Location-wise, the Gibb River Road for me, and Karajini. So hiking through Karajini, if you haven't watched those episodes, go back. I actually packed a wetsuit and I was hiking and sliding on my bum, and it was hilarious and it was a lot of fun. And the Gibb River Road.
Is that your first time on the Gibb?
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely won't be the last.
I would say the Gibb River Road as well. The waterfalls are stunning. If you guys haven't been along the Gibb, you must go there. And don't stress about the road and all that type of stuff. Just
That's
have a
something
little...
like it's a perception. So people say the Gibb River Road and
The caravan killer.
yeah, and it's said so many I've worked at caravan shows. I've worked on a lot of caravan shows. Been to a lot of caravan shows. It's always the bucket list. People are like, oh, do I want to do a semi off-road or a full off-road caravan? I want a full off-road caravan because I want to do the Gibb.
I think it's the pinnacle.
There we go.
After some very minor technical difficulties.
We're back.
The joys of recording, hey? So the camera rudely decided to just turn off and
Twice.
overheat.
Twice.
And we sat here like fools
Chatting
talking to each
on.
other.
For like
And
20 minutes.
Yep.
So we
It's,
just,
if you're a Sony shooter, you know the problem. And yes, we've changed all the settings, but anyway, where were we at, Letitia?
We were at your favourite place, your favourite moment.
Highlight for me was being in Tasmania. It was a 2.5 month sort of a bit of a holiday for us, and I did randomly buy a road bike, a Ducati, and I rode through Tasmania with Miriam's father and all that. So that was a really cool moment as well.
I remember getting the phone call when you're like, I did something.
I did
something
things.
silly.
I did a thing.
Within 2 hours, I had a motorbike being shipped to Tasmania. So
it arrived the day before we got there, and we got off the Spirit. We were towing the van, the back roads to Grindelwald, and my dad, Chris, like, there's your dad. And he had the Ducati, and he met us on the Duke, so that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a
Wow.
yeah.
We did a lot of road bike riding with Dad in Tassie. He's got a group of friends he rides with.
Yeah, but going back to the WA, the Kimberley area, the Pilbara area, the Ningaloo, the Shark Bay area, it's mind-blowingly beautiful. It takes a long time to do it, I think. A lot of off-grid areas, a lot of remote areas, but man, it's the pinnacle.
A lot
I
of
think
dirt
it really
roads.
is.
We did a lot of Ks on dirt roads last year.
Yeah, you hear it a lot.
Yeah,
Sort of like
you
when
do.
people talk about that bucket list sort of trip. That
Yeah.
The Gibbs
you know,
are.
the Gib
Gib is
is
there.
so often people describe the type of caravan they want to buy by, hey, I want a full off-road because I want to go and do the Gib. It lived up to the...
Absolutely.
Lived up to it, yeah.
Yeah, it was as good as, you know what, I didn't actually hear. So this goes back to me not knowing really where we're going and what we're doing until we get there. That's Chris. I'm too busy head down editing and all that sort of stuff. So my head pops up and goes, oh, we're here now. So I didn't know what to expect from the Gib River Road. All I'd heard about that was that the road was terrible. It was a caravan killer. You have to like tighten your screws and secure this and pack it all differently. So it was a bit of a for me, whereas Chris had done a little bit more research and knew that it wasn't actually going to be as bad as that. And it was not as bad as that. And the highlight was the hiking and the waterfalls and the beautiful locations. So
Well, I think going back to that, the preparation, this is how we live our life. We're always prepared. We're always ready for
for the next.
situations like this. So the stigma about the Gib River Road is it's a killer and it's a this and a that. But man, it's no different to
The Bruce
any-
Highway at the moment. Seriously?
Correct. Yes.
sorry,
Driving from Warwick to
Queensland
Stanthorpe, I
government,
put a kidney belt on that road, was so good. Seriously,
You're right.
like,
You're right.
Yeah.
Look, we've been on way worse places. But in saying that, these type of roads, these dirt roads, can change from week to week.
Yeah.
So, but we have been on a lot worse. And in another point to make out too is we run the best gear we can afford and run, and that's just the way we are, and that's the way we've always been.
Yeah.
So the element is just it's just not as risky for us.
no, these
So-
sorts of roads are not common, but not uncommon. Like we do
No.
them regularly, so
Yeah,
we know
correct.
exactly how to prepare. You know, it's preparation, and then monitoring when you're driving. So getting out, checking inside the van every 20 minutes or so, just making sure everything's okay, rather than just getting to the other end and hoping everything stayed put.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people out there. We saw tons of people in Drysdale Dump had a huge pile of caravan parts, but I honestly think it's not so much the type of caravan, it's the way the people are using it. And if you just slow down and take your time, I think your chances of breaking stuff are going to be a lot
It's one of those
less.
things you just got to plan it out and not rush.
It's
through.
planned. You
Be
need
ready.
to be planned. You need to be prepared. You need to have, are we ready for it? Common sense.
Hey!
Common
But
sense
it's
isn't
not
so
common.
common anymore.
No.
I guess this leads me on to my next question is, okay, so Gib River, up there. That's
Yeah.
up there
Yeah.
Yes.
in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is down there? What is the worst moment or the worst place?
I've got one that I reckon it would be Chris's. So I quite enjoyed it, but there were a reason it wasn't so good. So Shell Beach in Shark Bay. I've always wanted to go there. Like, I don't know places, but I'd always wanted to go to Shell Beach. It's an incredible beach with squillions of tiny little shells. It's like meters deep. It's absolutely stunning. The water's beautiful, but we renamed it Fly Beach. So Chris got out, walked down to the beach, took a few photos, and went back and sat in the car. Like, the people that we were traveling with had things wrapped around their heads. You couldn't even open your mouth. It was beautiful, but the flies just ruined it for me.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't more location for me. Are you talking about locations or destinations
A
or
moment or
or
a place.
even a failure
so
of the
even
year.
if there's been a moment where you've gone, you know what, this was a bad day, or this was a bad moment. Or
We
is
had
there
lots
a
of
place?
failures?
Was it when you seen the black truck drive away?
No,
Was
no,
that a
that
bad
was,
moment?
No,
Was that upsetting?
No, Brendan. Yeah, he loves a truck, and I'm stoked that he went to a guy that loved it.
Yeah.
No, look, I think And I had a few of these moments. I had actually had more than a few where I finally got time to just sit on my own and enjoy where we are. And I instantly thought about our kids. Oh, see, I'm getting emotional now
that's
about
actually when you flew back
Yep.
to see the kids for Cooper's birthday.
it. Yeah,
Cooper's
I
18.
think seeing these beautiful places, not having our kids with us,
Yeah.
is a real tough one, and that's the joys and the.
But like, we obviously know because we know you guys, but
Yeah.
they're older kids. They got their own
Oh, yeah.
lives
Correct.
now. Like that's hard.
It's
Like,
and I always tell myself, I wish I'd done it way earlier with the kids.
yeah.
Well, we did. We
Well,
just didn't
not-
do it full time.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
to these amazing destinations.
And I think we need to clarify that we are from split families. So Chris's 2 kids have never ever lived with us, and we were empty nesters when we actually hit the road. So we didn't just kind of up and leave our kids behind. That's not what happened at all. But that doesn't mean that we miss them any less. So when we do see our kids, we either fly them to us, or it's when we come home for a while. The time is almost more special because we really have to cherish it. And that one time when we were in WA and Chris flew back for Cooper's 18th for like 3 days,
A surprise.
that was a surprise, and I flew my dad up from Tassie. So my dad was with me for 5 days, which was amazing, and Chris was with our kids for a few days, which was also amazing. But then they have to leave.
Yeah.
That was probably. It was almost like I shouldn't have gone there.
Yeah.
Because I
Because it made it
finally
more-
got to see him hold the kids, do everything, and it's almost like as soon as I feel comfortable, I'm gone again.
Yeah.
And I was depressed for 3 or 4 or 5 days when I got back to Broome area
Yeah.
because we'd left them again, and I
Yeah.
get teary about it, I get emotional about it. It's difficult. That is the most
That's the
difficult,
worst thing about being
hands
on there.
down, and it will never, ever, ever get easier. Being so far away from family and friends.
Yeah.
And,
We probably take it for granted because we're
We're with ours.
yeah.
Your
Like-
parents and your kids all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
fortunately, we had the Campedia crew with us, who are
Yeah.
our second family. They
Yeah.
really are. But man, it's difficult.
So it's catch-22. Like we spent 2.5 months in Tasmania. All those videos are kind of starting to go up now, and that was amazing because we were down there with my parents and my family, but my kids were up north. So I was loving mum and dad, but then when we had to leave, I was like, oh, I'm leaving mum and dad, but I get to see my kids. Like we've got
This is our
family.
this is our job
Yeah.
now, and our job always pulls us away from our children,
Yeah.
and it is
And
difficult.
our parents and our friends.
Our children, they're amazing. They've got their careers underway now. They're living life, but I'm sure they feel it just as much as us sometimes, and it's difficult. But it's just it's our job. It's
We do have an episode. We have a whole series called 10 Questions with ADU, and we actually did an episode with our kids.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been about 12 months
should
ago.
do another one with them.
I guess. And they just explained what it was like growing up with us because we used to take them all over the country,
Yeah.
caravanning around, and they loved it. But when it came to full-time travel, they were like, we want a school, we want friends, we want jobs, we want our car, which is fine. And if you do have children and you are caravanning, enjoy those younger years because as much as you think your 15-year-old's going to want to stick with you, it's highly unlikely they are. They might.
the only
but-
person that would be Ayla, but
Yeah.
then we wouldn't want to throw her away from her career and what she's working towards.
She's
So-
the youngest.
One more question.
uh-oh.
So you've gone north, south, east, west.
Yes.
You've covered a huge chunk of the country in the
Yeah.
last 12 months. It's not free to live on the road.
Ooh.
So, fuel.
Yes, fuel.
Fuel.
We actually used a lot of fuel in the last 12 months, and we've decided to throw it out to you guys to guess how much fuel in monetary value.
Dollar value,
So
I
dollar
think.
Not
value.
litres.
The
How
last
much?
12
How much it
months.
cost us in money to do
last 12
what we
months.
did for the last
Yep.
12 months. So that's going from Queensland, New South Wales, all the way down to South Australia, back to Victoria, over to Perth, all the way up and around Gibb River Road, straight down to Melbourne to pick up the new van, back up to Queensland, back to
down to
Tasmania,
Tasmania.
and back up again.
Yep.
So
A lot.
in that process, we built a new van and picked up a new van. Yeah, it's up to you. You have to guess how much fuel we used in the last 12 months. And I think it would be a really cool idea to guess in the comments below, and we will choose a random winner, a random comment that is the closest to the dollar value, and these guys are going to give you a prize.
Good idea. So it's from Brisbane.
Hang on, whoa.
Okay.
Just a 2-second back up there.
Did you skip
We
over
will
that?
give you a prize.
Yeah, these guys are going to give you a
Okay.
prize
They're
for
lovely
guessing.
people. See, this is why we hang out with them.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I should point out, Suncoast Caravan Service, you can buy stuff from you guys. What kind of stuff do you stock?
Not much.
Not
Yeah.
much.
No.
No. You name any caravan accessory, spare part. I think we've got like 5,000 things
And
on
if
our
it's not on
website.
our website, it's usually in our showroom or we get it in.
Yeah.
So
And
not
they've got
much.
an amazing workshop too. where you do literally everything on the caravans.
Yeah.
But going back to the guessing the fuel thing,
and I'll give you a hint. It's more than 30,000, which blew me away, but it's less than 70.
yeah,
Yes.
There you
It's
go.
in there.
it's
somewhere.
the price of not vehicles, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some vehicles.
So the
is staggering.
closest guess,
Yeah.
Ziz, we will randomly pick one, and you will win something cool from these guys.
Yes.
Let's
I think we'll do-
like a $50 gift voucher
There you
for
go.
our website.
Yep.
Oh,
Which you've got
beautiful.
5,000 products to choose from. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, and just on another note, if there are any fuel companies out there watching right now, if they'd like to help us out,
Ampol, BP.
it would
Shell.
go. It would definitely go a long
They're
way.
looking for what would you call it? Assistance. In this
Assistance.
Area.
Yeah. Please.
Definitely the most expensive part of what we do. By
Anyway,
far. By far.
fun fact moment.
Yeah,
It
that's
will be,
it.
yeah.
But for the past 6 months, we've actually been sitting still in Brisbane because our new truck build
6
is...
months?
6 months, 6 weeks.
Oof.
We've been sitting in Brisbane, yes, building our new truck, loving the Brisbane traffic and the South East Queensland.
Yes.
And the past
Traffic?
two months, we've been working flat out on something that we can't say too much about right now,
It's very exciting.
but it's huge.
And our plans are pretty much secured until mid-2025. So we're no longer Aussie destinations unknown because we know very much where we're going and what we're doing. At least 4 huge big
yeah,
trips
it's
we have
definitely not
planned.
unknown at the moment. So the
What
little bits in
happens
between.
along the way, though?
Yeah,
We'll
always
definitely be catching
subject,
up in 12 months again. to
Oh,
do a
100%
recap.
subject to
Yeah.
change.
Yep, in 12 months we'll catch up again for another recap. But
Excellent.
yep,
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
awesome.
We look forward to seeing everyone's guesses.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave us a comment. Even if you're not guessing what the fuel is, leave us a comment anyway because we love your questions, we love your comments, we love your feedback.
Awesome.
See you next time.
See you guys.